Some match days are about chaos and surprises. Others are about understanding football at its most honest level, where discipline, pressure, and decision-making quietly shape outcomes. Today's fixtures fall into that second category. These are not matches decided by headlines or reputation alone. They are games influenced by structure, patience, and how teams respond when momentum shifts even slightly. The margins are thin, the stakes are real, and the results often make sense only if you truly read the flow of the game. What connects today's matches is balance. Balance between attack and restraint, between belief and caution, between ambition and control. When teams get that balance right, the scoreboard reflects it. Stay with this all the way through, because each of these fixtures follows a clear football story. By the end, every scoreline will feel earned rather than guessed. Let's begin with a contest shaped by tension and resilience. Everton vs Leeds. Correct score 1-1. Prediction: Leeds win or draw. This is a matchup defined by intensity rather than elegance. From the opening whistle, both sides approach the game with urgency, fully aware that midfield control will dictate everything. Everton look to impose themselves early, pushing forward with aggression and attempting to set the tempo. Leeds respond with energy of their own, pressing high and refusing to sit back for long periods. The game opens up quickly. Challenges come fast, transitions are sharp, and neither side is willing to concede control. Everton's early pressure pays off with a breakthrough that lifts belief and momentum. But Leeds do not lose shape or composure. Instead of chasing recklessly, they adjust their positioning and begin to find pockets of space. The response is calm and deliberate. The equalizer arrives as a result of persistence rather than panic. Once level, the match settles into a rhythm where both teams recognize the danger of overcommitting. The second half is tightly contested. Everton push for a winner, especially during spells of sustained pressure, but Leeds remain organized and difficult to break down. At the other end, Leeds continue to threaten in transition, ensuring Everton cannot fully commit numbers forward. That balance keeps the game alive until the final whistle. By the end, the draw feels justified. Both teams show intent, both find the net, and neither does enough to completely dominate. Leeds do enough to secure a win or draw, exactly as the flow of the match suggests. FC Porto vs Gil Vicente. Correct score 2-0. Prediction: FC Porto win. This fixture is shaped by authority and control. From kick-off, FC Porto take command of possession, dictating tempo and forcing Gil Vicente into a defensive posture. Gil Vicente focus on organization, sitting deep and attempting to limit space between the lines. Early on, that discipline keeps the score level, but it also invites sustained pressure. FC Porto circulate the ball patiently, stretching the defensive block and waiting for the right moment rather than forcing the issue. The breakthrough arrives naturally, following a period of steady dominance. Once ahead, the confidence grows. Porto increase tempo selectively, exploiting the spaces that open as Gil Vicente are forced to chase the game. The second goal arrives with calm inevitability. Built through structured build-up, it effectively removes doubt from the contest. Defensively, FC Porto remain composed throughout. Gil Vicente struggle to create clear opportunities, often finding themselves crowded out before danger develops. As the match winds down, Porto prioritize control. Possession is managed carefully, risks are minimized, and the clean sheet is protected without drama. By full time, the scoreline reflects a professional performance, efficient, disciplined, and controlled from start to finish. Eyupspor vs Besiktas. Correct score 0-2. Prediction: Besiktas win. This contest is defined by contrast in experience and composure. Eyupspor approach the match with energy and belief, especially early on, pushing forward and attempting to unsettle Besiktas. The opening minutes are lively, with Eyupspor pressing aggressively and committing numbers forward. Besiktas, however, remain patient and structured, absorbing pressure rather than reacting emotionally. As the game progresses, the balance shifts. Besiktas begin to control midfield areas, slowing the tempo and forcing Eyupspor to defend deeper. The first goal changes the dynamic completely. Eyupspor are forced to abandon caution, pushing higher and leaving spaces behind. Besiktas exploit those spaces intelligently. The second goal arrives through controlled execution rather than urgency, effectively sealing the contest. From that point on, the focus turns to management. Besiktas maintain possession, reduce risk, and prevent Eyupspor from building any real momentum. Defensively, the structure remains solid throughout. Eyupspor struggle to convert effort into genuine threat, often running into organized resistance. The final whistle confirms a composed away performance and a clean sheet achieved through discipline and timing. Al-Nassr vs Al-Taawon. Correct score 2-1. Prediction: Al-Nassr win. This match is shaped by ambition. From the opening stages, Al-Nassr push forward with intent, looking to control the game through attacking momentum. Al-Taawon respond with resilience, staying compact and waiting for opportunities to counter. Their patience pays off as the game remains competitive and open. The first goal shifts tempo rather than control. Al-Nassr continued to press, but Al-Taawon respond quickly, exploiting space during a moment of transition. At 1-1, the contest becomes more intense. Both teams sense opportunity, and the match opens up with faster transitions and sharper challenges. Al-Nassr regain control through sustained pressure. Their attacking commitment eventually produces the decisive goal, restoring the lead. In the closing stages, Al-Nassr manage the game carefully. Possession is protected, tempo is slowed, and defensive structure is prioritized. Al-Taawon push forward searching for another response, but clear chances are limited. Al-Nassr hold firm until the final whistle. By full time, the narrow win reflects a match filled with intent, pressure, and fine margins. Verona vs Udinese. Correct score 1-0. Prediction: Verona win or draw. This fixture is built on discipline and patience. From kickoff, both sides prioritize shape and organization, resulting in a cautious opening phase. Verona look comfortable without rushing the play, allowing the match to develop naturally. Udinese focus on compactness, aiming to frustrate and limit space. Chances are limited in the early stages, but tension steadily builds. Each attack feels important, and every defensive action is carefully measured. The breakthrough arrives through persistence rather than dominance. One moment of sharp movement is enough to separate the sides. Once ahead, Verona adjust their approach. The focus shifts toward structure and gain control rather than expansion. Udinese push forward in the latter stages, but Verona remain organized, closing spaces effectively and limiting clear opportunities. The final moments are tense, but discipline prevails. Verona protect their advantage and ensure the result remains intact. By the end, the scoreline reflects a match decided by patience and control. Verona do enough to secure a win or draw, exactly as the match flow suggests. Final recap. Let's lock everything in clearly one final time. Everton vs Leeds ends 1-1, with Leeds securing a win or draw. FC Porto vs Gil Vicente finishes 2-0, a controlled home victory. Eyupspor vs Besiktas closes 0-2, with Besiktas delivering a composed performance. Al-Nassr vs Al-Taawon ends 2-1, a narrow but deserved home win. Verona vs Udinese finishes 1-0, with Verona securing a win or draw through discipline. These outcomes are built on match rhythm, structure, and how teams manage pressure, not hype or guesswork. If you watched all the way through, you're part of a group that truly understands football beyond surface-level narratives. Keep supporting, keep watching closely, and keep trusting the process. Share this with fellow fans, stay tuned for the next fixtures, and respect to every true fan who stays locked in from start to finish.